Alright, what's going on? Cooking with Jaxx today, and what I got for you is cube steak with gravy, and it's gonna be a pressure cooker recipe because you guys liked my pressure cooker beef tips so much, so I'm doing another pressure cooker recipe. So you're gonna need a pressure cooker, you're gonna need 2 pounds of cube steak. We're gonna cut these in 1-inch pieces. You're going to need some salt and pepper, a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper, and about an eighth of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. If you want it to be a little spicy, you can omit the cayenne if you don't. 6 tablespoons of flour. Got about 2 cloves of garlic here, and as always, it's frozen minced garlic. That's just how I roll. You're going to need 1 onion. You can use a sweet onion. I prefer red onion. And you're going to need some beef broth, about 2 1/4 cup. Also, you're going to need either some 4 tablespoons about of olive oil, or you can use canola oil. And so let's get started. I'm going to show you how this stuff's done. One-inch pieces, just like that. Alright, we're going to add our salt, pepper, and cayenne to our flour mixture. Alright, after we've added our salt and pepper mixture and cayenne, in goes the cube steak. And then after we get it all in here, we're going to shake it up. It's going to be like shake and bake. The only thing is we ain't baking. Alright, so after you've coated your meat, you're going to brown on both sides your meat up, okay? Make sure that you don't crowd your meat. Do it in batches. If you crowd your meat, it's just going to steam it, and you're not going to get the brown crunchy bits on it. I'm actually doing a batch over here, and I'm going to do a batch over here. So, just because it'll be quicker, but it's very imperative that you do not crowd your meat. Alright, as your meat is brown on both sides and has a nice crust on it, transfer it to a plate with a paper towel or something so it will drain the excess oil off. Also, I said that you would need 4 tablespoons of olive oil or canola oil, and that is true, but you need that to start with. As you start frying this stuff up, you're probably going to have to add more oil as you go along. Alright, so look at here. I just had to add some more oil in there, okay? Make sure that you let the oil come back up to temperature before you throw your meat back in. You don't just pour the oil in there and then throw the meat in there. After you've browned up your meat, you're going to have some extra flour in your Ziploc bag. Make sure you keep that because we're going to be adding that to the rest at the very end, or after we've got everything in the pressure cooker. And before we start pressure cooking, you're going to add the flour to it. Okay, so after we've finished browning, you're going to take your onions, dump them in there, and saute those up. So as you can see, my onions are sauteing up pretty good, but I want to tell you what I did was, when I pulled the meat out, instead of adding a little bit more oil, all I did was add just a smidgen of a little bit of that beef broth that I got, and that kind of deglazes the pan up and gets those bits to release. And then just sauteing away like that. So there's no rhyme or reason. Saute the onions up how you like them. I like mine to sauteed up pretty good where they kind of caramelize a little bit. If you don't want them like that, you don't have to. But this is getting pretty close. So I'm about ready to put the garlic in, and then I'll leave the garlic in there and saute that up for I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'm just going to leave it in the pan. Alright, so after we've got our onions done, we got our meat brown, we got our garlic sauteed, we're going to add the meat to the pressure cooker. And try not to lose any meat like I just did in the sink. Alright, after we have that in there, we're going to take our remaining flour and we're just going to put it over the top of the meat like that. Then comes our 2 1/4 cups of beef stock, beef broth, beef bouillon, whatever you want to call it. Pour that over the meat. Then we're going to stir it about. And then we're going to put the lid on it and set it to at high speed pressure.
High speed pressure?
No, we're going to mix it around, all right, after we do that. Mix it around real good. All right. We're going to put the lid on it. Then we're going to set the pressure to high.
For 20 minutes. For
20 minutes. That is correct. And after that...
When it comes to pressure, quick release.
Yeah. When it comes to pressure, we're going to quick release it.
Well, after 20 minutes.
Yeah, after 20 minutes. Yep.
This is yours.
Alright. Alright, so we're going to put a little rice. Is this all my rice or some of yours? Oh,
I want you to share with me.
Oh, man. Alright. Damn. Alright, just stay right there.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. This looks good. There it is. There it is. Cube steak with gravy. George.